In this video I'll teach you how to film a cinematic sequence. How's it going? My name is Jussi and this channel is all about filmmaking tips and tutorials. In today's video I'll teach you how to plan and film a cinematic sequence. Now there are a whole bunch of different ways how you can make a cinematic sequence, but I'll keep it simple and break it down to 3 different steps: planning, filming and editing. I like to start with planning the general idea of the video, and I think of it like a story that has a beginning, middle and an ending. It doesn't have to be any more complicated. You can basically create a story of something from everyday life, like I filmed my friend Janne picking a book at the library. But if you don't have a logical idea, a story, it's kind of like editing random clips together and it won't be very engaging to the viewer. When you have the general idea and the story for the video, the next step is to choose the right song for the cinematic sequence. My favorite sources to get high quality copyright-free music are MusicBed and Epidemic Sound. I usually choose a couple of song options, then listen to them a couple of times and choose the one that best fits the video idea. Next step is planning a specific shot list for each individual shot for the cinematic sequence. While planning the shot list, also plan the transitions you intend to use in the final edit. Also plan and choose the frame rate before shooting, for example 24 frames per second for normal speed and 120 frames per second for slow motion, because the footage is gonna look so much smoother if the clip you edit in normal speed was actually shot in 24 frames per second. For this video I actually broke my own rule and shot everything in slow motion to have the option to choose either normal speed or slow motion in the editing process. And as a result I ended up with this nasty flickering in some of the shots. And that was because while shooting slow motion inside, as a rule of thumb in Europe you should use PAL 100 frames per second, and in America and parts of Asia you should use NTSC 120 frames per second. And I just happened to mix them both while shooting. So if this was for a client shoot, I would have never accepted that flickering in the footage, but for YouTube I thought that it wasn't that big of a deal, and now you can learn from my mistake. While filming on location, I like to have the shot list on my phone's notepad so I can quickly check which shots I need to get. This makes the whole workflow of filming a lot faster, easier, and the results are gonna be significantly better because you already know exactly what you need to shoot. My style of filming is I like to use as much camera movement as possible to make it more interesting, and I usually start with an establishing shot that shows the location, for example a drone shot or just a wide angle shot. But it's also good to use a lot of variety in your cinematic sequence, like medium shots and close-up shots also. In the editing process you should always cut to the beat of the music to get a better flow for the video. One way to make longer clips match between those beats of the song and to get a better flow to the video is to use speed ramping, where you can speed up some parts of the video and slow down the most important parts of the video to emphasize the most important parts and to get a good flow. If you made the shot list and filming with the transitions in mind, it's a lot easier to edit them together. And when it comes to trendy transitions, try to use them very wisely, don't overuse them, or you might end up with a very cliche and amateur looking video. By the way, if you've enjoyed this video so far, I need to ask you a favor. Can you please leave a comment below if there's any particular topic that you'd like me to make a video about? That would mean the world to me. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel to be notified every Monday when I upload a new video about filmmaking. Thanks for watching and see you next Monday. Take care.